Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine. It's Commander Belay, and this is another video of mine. And in this video, it's more of a talking point video. I wanted to discuss with you guys about the dilemma, the situation we have regarding our starting 11 for the upcoming season. Now, obviously, we know that Frank Lampard's come to Chelsea. We've had quite a decent pre-season. A lot of the youth is going to be integrated throughout the season. However, we are in a bit of a pickle. Now, we know that Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he's out with a long-term injury. And if he was fit, this wouldn't even be a question, because he is our by far our best number 10, best number 8 at this current moment in time. He has world-class potential. Unfortunately, with his Achilles injury, his injury not going too well as well, the damage that he's done is about 3 times compared to Callum Hudson-Odoi, and he's ruled out until October, the earliest, around November, even December time. Depends on how rehab goes. But basically, like I said, dilemma is between Mason Mount and Ross Barkley. That there is some options, there is some dilemmas that we need to sort out, some ways that we can get around this issue. But obviously in this video I want to go over a talking point, assessing both of them, how they've done over the pre-season, and what I think is the best fit to either use both of these or which formation suits them. And basically I'll be delving into tactics and basically giving you guys a talking point as to which I believe is the better player for the system that we have. Now, obviously before I do get into it, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new around here, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Do you want to see Barkley starting ahead of Mount, or do you want to see Mount starting ahead of Barkley, or would you like to see both of them in a diamond formation, which I'll be delving into? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to interact with you guys. And make sure that when you do subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I do upload. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, I was going to go through player by player. Now, Mason Mount, we know that he's come from a loan spell at Derby County. He has a quite a successful loan, 8 goals in the Championship. Very, very good on the Lampard. And that's the thing. The advantage of Mason Mount is he knows the instructions, he knows what he needs to do in the Frank Lampard system, because he worked with him last season. He understands exactly what he wants in midfielder. He knows exactly what he needs to do. He has an eye for a goal. He presses extremely high. He's very good in the pockets of space. He's good at pressing, passing, has an eye for a goal. Really good link-up play as well. And I think that that's a huge advantage Mason Mount has to Ross Barkley. He's more quick, he's more agile, he's younger, he's more hungrier. He has that talent, and I think that he has a massive advantage when it comes to starting him ahead. Now, one thing I do got to mention is Mount and Barkley are not identical when it comes to positions. Obviously, Mount is obviously defensively much more resolute, defensively much more better compared to Barkley. Therefore, he would be more suited to a number 8 position, whereas Barkley is probably better at, you know, advancing higher up to the pitch, taking the ball further forward. He's also got an eye for a goal, really good at passing as well. I think that Barkley's good position would be further forward. Now, if it was the Barkley of old, Barkley of last season, again, this wouldn't even be a debate. Mason Mount is hungrier. He's come from the academy. He wants to prove something. He wants to make it at Chelsea. And I think that him having a successful loan spell at Derby has really helped. And I think that even this pre-season, he's really shown Chelsea fans the pre-season why he has a massive talent, why he has a future at Chelsea, and why he potentially has world-class potential. Depending on how he gets on the season, he's got 3 goals. He scored a brace against Reading a couple of days ago. He's been on fire. He's been exceptional, and no complaint whatsoever from Mason Mount's angle. I think he's been fantastic. Like I said, he's Chelsea through and through. He's come through the academy. The way he likes to play. If you look at the second goal he scored against Reading, where did it come from? Yes, it was a mistake by the keeper, but it was the high pressing that he does week in, week out. The high press, the link up, the way he moves around players. He's got an eye for a goal. And I think that even defensively, his work rate is phenomenal. The way he gets around the pitch, he presses defenders, he presses midfielders, he operates in half space, he creates chances for himself. And not only that, because he operates so well in those in between the lines, he can create chances for the wingers, the inverted wingers, the strikers as well. And I think that he'll be a massive benefit for this side. Now, like I said, he's got 3 goals in this pre-season. He scored 8 with Derby County last in the Championship under Frank Lampard. He knows exactly what he wants. Now, the only other issue we do have is we don't exactly know what formation Frank Lampard is definitely going to be using for the season ahead. Now, with Sarri, it was quite obvious. We knew he was going to be using a 4-3-3 week in, week out. With Frank Lampard, it's a different dilemma. We don't know if he's going to be using a diamond midfield, or is he going to be using a 4-2-3-1 with a double pivot in the midfield between Jorginho and Kante, or Jorginho and Kovacic? We're not sure at this moment in time. Or he could be using both, you know, depending on the opposition that we do play against, depending on who is fit, depending on injuries, who suits the team better, who's, you know, in a bit of run of form as well. It all depends on the context of the situation. But like I said, we are not sure as to what formation we'll be using. So that's why I'm going to be assessing the 2 formations. Now, the first option, of course, we have the 4-2-3-1, the double pivot in the midfield. This will most likely be between Jorginho and Kante, with Kovacic there on the bench as depth. We've got Champions League football this season. And then you have the number 10 position. Now, in my opinion, if we are playing a 4-2-3-1, Barkley is more suited for this formation. Now, like I just mentioned earlier, Mount is very good defensively. Therefore, he's more suited to number 8 because he can defend, he can help out in the midfield. His work rate's phenomenal. He can link up the play. He's got really good at passing as well, and he's young. He's got loads of energy. Agility is there as well. However, Barkley being a number 10, you're further up the field. You have less defensive duties. You can link up the play. You can be a more attacking midfielder, creating opportunities, creating chances, passing, shooting, etc., linking up the play. So I think that that's more suited to Barkley, especially if Barkley's run of form. This pre-season, he's been phenomenal. Obviously, last season, he frustrated so many fans, including myself. He frustrated so many of us. But I think that this pre-season, he's proved so many of us wrong. I believe he's got 2 to 3 goals this season. Much better compared to last season. And I kept making this point last season where, under Sarri, he was lacking confidence. He wasn't himself. But when he played for England, he was a completely different player. He was scoring, he was assisting, he was really confident on the ball, picking out beautiful long passes. And I think that it's due to different instructions that Southgate was giving him and that Sarri was giving him. Sarri wants him to continue to play, pass quicker, 1-touch, 2-touch passing, whereas with Southgate, it allows Barkley to express himself, to be more confident in front of goal, etc. I think that with different instructions, I think that's what Lampard is instructing him to do. He's instructing his midfielders such as Mount and Barkley to shoot more, to create more chances, and I think that's giving them more freedom, allow them to express themselves. But I think that if we are using a 4-2-3-1 formation with a double pivot, I do believe that Ross Barkley is more suited to that number 10 position. Now, however, if we are using a diamond midfield, so obviously the 4-1-2-1-2, basically where we use Jorginho as the register, the deepest of the lot, Kante at the right centre midfield, and then we can use both Mason Mount and Ross Barkley. Mason Mount left centre mid alongside N'Golo Kante, and then we have Ross Barkley in number 10 position with a 2 up front of Abraham and Giroud, or Abraham and Batshuayi, whatever the scenario, the context is. Now, I was told by a close source that Lampard actually quite likes using 2 strikers, so this is definitely a formation he could potentially be using for the future. It was quite interesting when I heard that, actually. Obviously, when he preferred to use 2 up front formation. Like I said, if we are using a 4-1-2-1-2 formation, a diamond midfield, then we can use Mason Mount and Ross Barkley. I think that it's definitely a formation we can switch up in games, tactics-wise. We can utilise in different games as well. Basically, by having this, it compacts the midfield, making it very hard for opposition teams to break us down. We have more defensive players as well. Yes, we lack width by using this formation, but I think that Mason Mount, having high press, high agility, you can drift that wide. Same with Kante, a lot of high intensity, high energy. Really, really good. We all know Kante is the best CDM in the world, so when it comes to defensive duties, he's really, really good with that. But like I said, it depends on the formation. We can pick different players. Now, at this current moment in time, I do believe that Ross Barkley does edge it over Mount slightly. I do believe that Mason Mount is top, but remember, Mason Mount is only 20 years of age. He's still very, very young. Ross Barkley, if he does turn into Ross Barkley of old, we've got Mason Mount. Simple as that. We've still got Ruben Loftus-Cheek coming into the fold as well when he does recover from his injury. But I just believe that I think that at the moment, Ross Barkley, he has a point to prove. He wasn't the best last season. I think that depending on the formation, we can use both, or we can even use Mount. Just because I said that on the 4-2-3-1 formation, I said that Ross Barkley suits it slightly more at this current moment in time, doesn't mean that we shouldn't use Mason Mount. And Mason Mount is capable of being a number 10, but he's more of a number 8. This is why it would have been perfect under a Sarri system, because number 8s, he likes his number 8s to have defensive duties, work rates has to be high, physicality, linking up the play, agility, scoring, assisting. He has the whole lot. He has bags of potential. He can do all of it as well. And I think that Mason Mount is such a versatile player. He can play number 10, number 8, etc. And I think that he's hungry. He has that hunger that he wants to make it at Chelsea. He has that hunger that he wants to make it Chelsea and really prove a point, really break into that first team. And yeah, good luck to him. Like I said, I hope that Mason Mount has a terrific season. I'm sure Ross Barkley will. But the good news is it's not a bad thing. Having this dilemma, having this headache isn't a bad thing. It's a good headache, It's good that Ross Barkley and Mason Mount are competing. It's good they're giving Lampard a headache, because when we do play United and we do have in the Champions League, he needs to be thinking, look, who should I pick? I'm having a real trouble here. Both of them are on exceptional form. We still got Loftus-Cheek. Think about this, though. When Loftus-Cheek comes, it'll be even more difficult. Because say if Mason Mount and Ross Barkley are both on fantastic bits of form, Loftus-Cheek is coming back into the fold. He can't put him in straight away. So then he'll have an even bigger headache. And I think think this is fantastic. When we're fighting on four fronts, on all four competitions, it's crucial that all these players are on form and that he has a bit of a headache, because it's important. But yeah, it's going to wrap up there. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. If you're new around here, comment down below your thoughts and opinions. I want to hear what you guys think as well. And I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.